Seahawks get it done 22-14 with a huge win over the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Ha ha ha! A big-time performance from the Seattle Seahawks, a complete team win. We're going to break it all down for you and get you the latest news and reaction from tonight's performance as the Seahawks get the job done over Dallas. This Seattle Seahawks team had quite the showing offensively. Geno came in and set the tone, going 5 of 6 for 46 yards. And then we saw Drew Lock take over. Drew Lock looked really good, 5 of 6 for 119 yards. He did leave with an injury. He went to the medical tent, but it did look like that Drew Lock ended up walking away on his own power after that. So we'll follow up and see if we get more information on Drew Lock. But Holton, Ahlers was also very good at quarterback as well, the third stringer. He was 7 of 13. He also ran the ball effectively, 7 carries for 42 yards. The offense was in rhythm all night. And then when you factor in what the defense did, the Cowboys' offense never really found a rhythm. Cooper Rush played okay, but the offense for Dallas never found that consistency because the Seahawks' defense really kept Dallas on their heels throughout the night tonight and got the pressure that they needed to. They slowed down the run game, holding Dallas to less than 100 yards rushing. This was an all-around team performance, a good team win for your Seattle Seahawks as they are now 2-0 in the preseason. Great job by Seattle. I got to tell you, if you want more Seahawks wins like you saw tonight, sub for Dubs. What a job by the Seattle Seahawks. 2-0 in the preseason. I'm so optimistic about this season ahead. Got to celebrate that victory the best way we know how. Sub for Dubs. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 39,500 subscribers, but we need your help to get there. You want more Seahawks victories? This is the channel for you. Subscribe now for free today as we continue to do our watch parties. We had a great night on Saturday night. We're going to do more watch parties every game throughout the season, bringing you daily news and rumors, our live shows as well. We are the channel for diehard Seahawks fans. Subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. Now the takeaways. Let's begin with Holton Ahlers, as this guy can move and brings a whole nother element to this Seattle Seahawks offense that we haven't seen, as he's been able to run the zone reads and the way that they use him effectively to move the football. I really like what he brings to the table. Now, granted, the chances that we see Holton Ahlers play much for the Seattle Seahawks team in 2023 in the regular season are pretty slim. But I like what Seattle has been able to do to carve out a package of sorts in this offense that potentially could be something that they use with other players. Maybe Geno Smith starts to do some zone read stuff that we haven't seen previously, or they use this kind of mapping out the playbook of sorts for other players to step in and do those things that we've seen. Ahlers, his rushing brings an element that we haven't seen in the quarterback room in Seattle in years. You have to go all the way back to when Russell Wilson first came to town, and they even got away after Russ, his first couple of seasons, of using him in the run game like that. So I really like that. Obviously, you got to be careful when it comes to quarterbacks to how much you want them to run. But with this package, and we know about the NFL allowing this third emergency quarterback, whatever it may be, of this upcoming season, I hope there is an element to this the Seahawks can work in. Whether it's Geno, whether it's somebody else, I like the creativity we're seeing from Shane Waldron of the way they're using Holton in that sense. Seahawks win 12s. Get in the comments right now. I want to hear from you. Spam W in the chat to celebrate that Seahawks win. If you enjoyed that performance, if you want more wins like you saw tonight, spam W in the comments section right now. I want it just flooded. I want those Dallas fans to just be on their knees and cringing because of the performance that they saw tonight and how well the Seahawks just dominated them physically throughout the night tonight. Spam those W's in the comments section. Let's make them hear us all the way in Dallas in the state of Texas tonight. Spam those W's to celebrate that Seahawks win. Number 2 in our takeaways, we turn our attention to the one and only Jaxon Smith-Njigba, who is just simply a game changer. Led Seattle in receiving tonight with 3 catches for 58 yards, had close to 20 yards a reception. And when JSN is on the football field, he looks like one of, if not the best football players on the field. And think about this, okay? When you looked at the Seahawks last year, what was the weakness that we saw from the Seattle Seahawks team with Geno Smith? It wasn't the downfield passing game. He was the best downfield thrower in the league statistically. What he struggled most in was the short passing game and the passes behind the line of scrimmage. And what we're seeing with JSN is the way that he can get open and dominate the short passing game adds a whole nother element to this Seahawks offense and really gets the most out of Geno Smith and the other quarterbacks involved there. JSN is going to be incredible and a huge impact for the Seahawks offense, and we've seen it already in this postseason. Number 3 in my takeaways versus Dallas. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say this right now. Jake Bobo, he's making the roster. Bobo will make the 53-man roster for the Seattle Seahawks. 2 catches, 43 yards, averaged 21.5 yards a reception. He also forced a safety, making a play on special teams. Bobo did. He was unbelievable. I can't say enough good things about Bobo of what he brings to the Seattle Seahawks team. And I know you got the questions about D. Eskridge and trying to figure out the final spots in this roster. But think about this. Bobo does everything well with not just his talent. We know about the talent, but it's the effort. When you're talking about these final roster spots of who's going to make it at the end of the day and who isn't, Bobo is showing that he is putting in the effort in both on offense and on special teams, and he deserves to be on that 53-man roster. Jake Bobo, congratulations. Barring something just terrible happening, he is going to be on that 53-man roster. Will Jake Bobo make the Seahawks 53-man roster? I think so. Y for yes, in for no. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Weigh in and tell me what you think if Bobo makes the roster. I say he's in. Tell me what you think. Let us know in the comment section. Next on the list is Boye Mafe, and we are seeing him take that leap. We heard from Pete Carroll say that in training camp, Boye was the most improved player for the Seattle Seahawks team in 2023. And that came to fruition with what he's been able to perform in the postseason. Tonight, 2 tackles, 1 solo tackle, also had a QB hit. He was everywhere all over the football field. And I'll say this. I'm not here to disrespect Darrell Taylor, but I'm here to be honest with you because that's what we do here on Seahawks Today. We keep it real. We keep it 100, as they say. And Boye Mafe just simply is a better all-around player than Darrell Taylor. Is Darrell Taylor a good pass rusher? Sure. Of course. He's very good at getting the quarterback. But Darrell Taylor doesn't do anything else well. He doesn't do well in run defense. He makes a lot of mistakes. He looks just like he's lost on the football field at times. Boye Mafe, comparably speaking, when I see him out in the football field, if you tell him to get to the quarterback, he's going to do that. If you tell him that he needs to focus on stopping the run, he does that. As the kids say, Boye Mafe, he understands the assignment. He is a very well-coached player. And that's what we saw again tonight with his performance, the consistency. It was great from Boye Mafe there. I loved it on that end. Lastly, on our takeaways from the Seahawks, the run game is back. This run game was something else. SaRodrick Thompson Jr., who the Seahawks brought over, went to college at Texas Tech. This guy had 11 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. He was fantastic. Zach Charbonnet was really good. 3 carries for 31 yards. I loved it. It didn't matter whether it was Charbonnet or Holton Ahlers taking off. I mean, the offensive line made things easy for these rushers. Now, I'll say this. DJ Dallas didn't look good. I know DJ Dallas had a touchdown run, but he had 6 carries for 9 yards. I think DJ Dallas's stock is starting to fall off. I don't know if DJ Dallas is going to make the roster, but, I mean, whether it was Thompson or Charbonnet, whatever, and we know about Kenneth Walker, of course. He didn't play tonight, but Kenneth Walker, coming off the season he did last year, the Seahawks' run game is going to be lethal. And what does Pete Carroll and Shane Waldron want to do? They want to establish the run to open up the passing. Everything we've seen tonight shows the Seahawks are going to be able to do that. Big for Seattle there. Who was the MVP for the Seahawks against the Dallas Cowboys? I believe there's no wrong answers here. You could name about 5 guys that could all make a case that would be worthy of being the MVP. Give me an MVP for Seattle against the Dallas Cowboys and let me know. Folks, the watch party was a great time, but the Seahawks Today coverage doesn't stop there. We're covering this team every day on the channel. We're doing live shows on Wednesdays. We're also live for every game all season long. If you love your Seattle Seahawks, this is your Seahawks headquarters. You have no excuse, no reason not to be here. Join us each and every day here on Seahawks Today. I'm Tyler Jones. I'll see you next time, right here on Seahawks Today. Hello, win column.